Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday Talks with Abby. In this brand new series, every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we dive into some of the most common and trickiest questions you will face in or have been asked in software and IT industry interviews. I will be picking a question each week, breaking it down, and giving you clear step-by-step explanations so you are more than ready to tackle them in the real world. I will also discuss the follow-up questions based on the main interview question. Whether you are gearing up for your first job interview, switching roles, or just want to brush up your skills, this is the place for you. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get ready to ace those interview questions together. Today's question is to write a SQL query to find the second highest salary from an employee table. There were two follow-up questions after this, and the follow-up questions were, what if there are only duplicate highest salaries? Let's say two people were having same second highest salary. How would you handle that? Or what if there is only one employee there in the table? Most of the queries will fail there. So how will you handle that situation? The second follow-up question was, how would you find the nth highest salary? So it's not about second highest, third highest. It's about you enter and you ask which highest salary that you wish to know, and your query should answer that. This question has been asked by Google. We are going to deep dive into the answer to these questions. We will first try to understand what are the different ways to write second highest salary. I will introduce you with multiple ways to achieve this, and then we will actually address the follow-up questions. So let's go and try to understand. First thing to understand here is the intent of the company. Why has Google asked this question? What was the intention? Basically, by asking this question, Google wants to know the query building skills of the candidate, excellent skill to handle the edge cases. The edge cases are specific cases which are abnormal, which are not normal cases, right? Which are very, very typical scenarios, different scenarios, and unique scenarios, if you say. Okay, and also wants to understand the ability to generalize their scalable solutions. So this is the intention of the company to the candidate. Let's go and prepare data for employee first and try to understand all the possible queries which will give us the second highest salary of the employee. I'm going to take you to the SQL Server Management Studio. We will first prepare the data and then we will explore the queries. So let's go there. I am in SQL Server Management Studio, and for your information, I will just show you that the scripts I have written because we wanted to save time. So I will explain those all script to you. So the first thing is to create a table. The table has 4 fields: employee ID, employee name, employee salary, and email. Okay, so we will create the table first. So let's select and create the table first. Execute button, and the table has been created. All right, let's go and insert around 10 records to this table. So this is the insert statement that I have written to insert 10 records to this table. Records have been inserted. Now, as we know that we have created the table and the records have been inserted, let's go and try to see if what records we have inserted in the table. Here is the result, and you see that there are 10 records out here. Make sense? Okay, let's go and try to understand the first query, first approach to find the second highest salary. So you see, you know the order by stuff. So if you say order and you say order and by, and let's say salary and say basis. So basically this will show you all the salary in descending order. So the highest salary is 1 lakh and the second highest is 90,001. So you see that there are 2 people who are having duplicate salaries, right? So I will also try to make 2 more people having duplicate second highest salary. But so see there are 2 people having salary of 1 lakh here, and then 90,001 there are 2 people. So this is the first approach that we are going to take for finding out the second highest salary. So here we are using nested subquery approach. So there is an outer query and there is an inner query. So what happens, this outer query executes and salary is compared with the output of the inner query. So if you execute the inner query, this will find the maximum salary. So maximum salary is 1 lakh here. But what you are trying to say is, you are trying to select the maximum salary from the employee, but this should be less than the maximum salary of the employee. So just consider I'm putting 1 lakh here. So the second highest salary will be automatically calculated. So let's go and execute this, and you see that 90,001 salary is the second highest it is showing. So this is the simplest example using the subqueries. Make sense? Let's go and see the second approach. In second approach, we are using something called top. So top is also a clause. You already are aware of this. So top basically give you the top number of records that you specify. So here also we have an inner query and then we have an outer query. Correct? So from inner query, what I'm trying to do, it gives you 2 records to you, right? So it gives you 2 records to you, and then outer query will pick one of the records out of that. So if you are executing this, let's say this will give you the 90,001. So basically it will reverse the value, and out of that the second highest will be picked up by this guy. Okay, so this is the second approach. Let's go and try to understand the third approach. The third approach is using something called offset and next, fetch next. The offset and fetch next are 2 very important and useful clauses or options that you use in SQL queries. This offset 1 row sub, if you say, that means you are going to skip 1 row. So what you are trying to do is you are going to find the distinct salary. Distinct salary means it will not repeated salary. I mean, 2 salary will not be taken, only distinct salary will be taken, like we have taken the distinct here, right? So unique salary, like 2 persons are having 90,001, so the one salary will be picked it up, right? So select distinct salary from employee order by this descending order. So if you say execute this, so all salary will be shown, distinct salary will be shown in descending order. You see, out of this, what you are trying to do, you are skipping 1 row. So you are skipping 1 row. That means the first row that you are skipping. Offset 1 rows means you are skipping 1 row. And then you are saying fetch next 1 row. So you are fetching this particular row from here. And this can give you the second highest salary of the employees, that is 90,001. Make sense? Perfect. Let's go and try to understand the fourth approach. The fourth approach is the simplest one, and here also we are using subqueries. So this is the inside select query, which will display all distinct salary from the employee. Okay, so top 2 salary, distinct top 2 salary. So this is basically whatever salaries are there, it will find the distinct top 2 salary, and out of which you are getting the second one. So you are getting minimum of this. So minimum of this, whatever minimum of this is, that 90,001. So this is the simplest query that is to find second highest salary, 90,001. So I have discussed almost 4 approaches which can find you the second highest salary. I hope that these concepts and these approaches are pretty much clear to you. I'm not telling that these are only the 4 ways that you can find. There are n number of ways that you can achieve, and every approach in this has its own significance. Some are good by performance, some are good in terms of other attributes. But yes, you can write your own queries, you can write in a different way that you wish to, but these are the 4 approaches that I wanted to talk to you. Make sense? Perfect. So let's go and try to handle the single row situation. So single row situation comes in, let's say I am going to execute one query. So I'm taking the first query here, and let's say I am copying this, and I am going to execute this out here. So this time this gives me the correct answer, that is 90,001. But what if I'm going to recreate the table and I'm going to insert only one record to this? So this way this table has only one record, you see, right? And then I am going to execute that particular query. Which query? The query that the first query that there are four approaches. So the first approach we try to find the second highest. So if I'm going to execute this gives me null, because this query has been written in such a way that it finds the it always tries to find the second, and wherein it is not found, it is not finding second because this table has only one record, and that's why it is showing null. So what is the solution? The solution is we can select isNull. isNull is a function you already know. If this particular query gives you null value, that means there is only one record, then select the salary. That means whatever salary they have, select the salary from employee. You are still getting that particular value. Second highest is 50,000 because 50,000 is that you inserted. Make sense? Also, we have covered two things. In fact, three things. We know how to find second highest salary. We know how to handle a single record table. And we know if duplicate records are there, then how can we handle those? Okay, let's go and recreate the tables again so that I will show you the other stuffs. So tables and insertions takes place. Now I'm going to discuss with you is the nth highest salary, because we have two more questions. So let me take you the questions first. So these are the two questions, follow-up questions asked by Google. What if there are duplicate highest salaries or table has only one employee? We have already discussed this. And how you define the nth highest salary. I'm going to show you this in SQL Server Management Studio. So let's go and see the things in action. I'm in SQL Server Management Studio, and I'm going to use the same approach as the approach of offset and approach of fetch next. Offset, you know that this will skip this many number of rows, and fetch next is what it picks up that many rows from the data set, right? So it's pretty simple. I am declaring a variable int n, and here this is something called nth number or nth highest salary. So whatever value that you enter in the nth, so that will give you. Okay, so let's go and execute this. So this time I am sending 3. So this should show me the third highest. So what is the highest salary? Let me make you that descending order once. So let's go and see. So this is the first highest, this is the second highest, and third highest is 85,000, and here is the third highest salary. If you are going to make it fourth highest, so this should give you the fourth highest salary. This is 70,000. If you go to give the second highest, so it should give you the second highest salary. So 90,001 is the second highest salary, right? So this query can give you nth highest salary. I hope the concept of second highest salary, the 4 approaches which I have discussed, is pretty much clear to you. I have also covered a couple of other edge cases scenario. For example, the table has only one row, if table has duplicate rows, and finally we discussed about the nth highest salary. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more high quality technical content, and don't forget to press that bell icon so that you'll get the notifications in future. Drop your question in comments and I will be happy to answer them. See you in the next one. Bye bye.